Alright boys and girls, there's a new merc in town, and as it happens, he's got a katana sword, and he can go invisible. Intrigued? Well, so was I. Dirty Bomb is a game that I've been covering more on my channel lately, and what's good about it is that they're constantly adding new mercs to the game to try out. It's still in testing, so as you can imagine, balancing is a top priority, but the new merc, Phantom, is now available to purchase with your in-game credits or of course real money if that's your cup of tea. And there's some debate at the moment if Phantom is overpowered. Let's take a look. Phantom is primarily a melee class, but while you would be forgiven for thinking that's his only weapon, you'd be wrong. He comes equipped with an SMG as well, and it depends on the card you've got as to what specific SMG that might be. He's either going to get the Blishlock, a Krotzny, or a Keck 10, all of which you'll see on lots of the other mercs in the game. They are pretty low damage, but the default Blishlock especially can be very damaging with headshots because of its high accuracy. He can also have different melee weapons depending on the card you've got equipped, but why would you not want to use that beautiful katana? Well, not unless you get the variant that uses a stiletto, of course. That's right, you can actually melee people to death with a shoe, and that's got to be pretty rewarding. Phantom only has one ability to his name, but it is a good one. It's called Refractive Armor. When you use it, it's going to render you almost entirely invisible, enabling you to sneak up on unsuspecting victims. Not only that, but his armor can absorb certain incoming damage, which instead of reducing health, will simply reduce his armor's energy instead. And because of this, he's able to withstand lots of explosive damage or sniper shots that a lot of other mercs in the game would simply die from. Whilst his refractive armor is extremely useful, he isn't completely invisible. He does still have sort of like a shimmery outline predator effect, so if your enemy's paying enough attention, they're going to still be able to make you out. He also becomes more visible as he moves, so this of course is when you're most likely to notice him. And just like when you take damage, moving also has an effect on the shield by reducing its energy, so the more damage you take, the more you move, the less cloaking time you're going to have. It's also important to know that as soon as you do any actions, including attacking an enemy, the cloak automatically disengages and you need to let it recharge before you can reinitialize it, which takes around 5 seconds. And as you can see, the default katana is way more powerful than any of the other melee weapons in the game, but it is also a bit harder to use. It's got a longer swing time, but when you use it effectively and combine it with that refractive armor, it can be a real menace to enemy players, and here lies the problem. Already players are getting a bit annoyed with this particular merc, and some just feel like he's a little overpowered. In fact, Phantom used to be in the game a while ago, but he was removed when they were struggling to balance him. Splash Damage now believe that they've sorted that, and that's why they've re-added him to the game, but clearly not everyone in the player base agrees. Most players will take 2 swipes of the katana to take down, and with his armor absorbing damage, it means that his maximum health, which is meant to be 120, is actually a lot more than that in certain circumstances. If Phantom is running towards you and is within swiping range while cloaked, you're going to be in a lot of trouble. Couple that with the really fast cooldown of the refractive armor, and it means that in the right hands, Phantom is a very strong merc. And don't forget that SMG too. If you get in trouble, you can whip it out, which again, still perfectly fine for taking down multiple opponents with, especially if you go for those headshots. And there we have it. That's a quick little rundown of Phantom. If you've played the game, do you think he's overpowered? Do you think he's balanced? Let me know down in the comments. He is available now, so go and give him a quick blast. As always, thank you for watching, guys. I really appreciate the support. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one.